Allison, it's really unfortunate that your dad passed away. You must have had a hard time with the funeral and everything too. Now that everything is settled, with Dad's inheritance and all, take time to relax. Yeah, you're right. It's good that he quickly went to the other side. I never expected him to pass away from cancer in his 60s. I got lucky. What? What are you talking about, Mom? Do not call me Mom. Disgusting. What? My daughter is only Amy, who shares my blood. You are my husband's child. You are not my daughter. Are you serious? What's going on? Did the shock of Dad's death drive you insane? Shocked by his death? Of course not. I'm having a party with Amy today. But you said it was unfortunate that he passed away. I mean, it's a pity when I think about your future. What do you mean? Now that he's gone, there's no need to pretend anymore. I'm going to make you a slave in my house from today. Huh? I don't understand. What do you mean by slave? Earn money for me and Amy. Do all the housework for us. Do not disobey our orders. These are the 3 slave rules for you. Mom, are you serious? Maybe your mental state is a bit off, and you're saying things you don't mean? Since you remarried Dad 10 years ago, the 4 of us have lived happily as a family, haven't we? Sure, we are not blood related, but you treated me as if I were your real daughter, didn't you? It makes me sick to think about it. You look like his ex-wife. And you don't look like him at all, and you're ugly. Despite that, you act all smart and get into a prestigious university. Do you have any idea how much trouble you cost us? I borrowed money for my tuition on a scholarship, and I worked part-time to cover the rest. I've been living alone since college days. I don't remember causing any trouble for my family. Amy was compared to you all the time. Huh? She's such a pretty girl and should be loved by the whole world. Because her ugly older sister, you, went to university and acted like a genius. She's not getting the recognition she deserves because of rumors that she's not as good as you. Without you, she would have found a wealthy, highly educated man by now. She would have had a luxurious life. But because of you, she's broken down, depressed, and withdrawn. Poor Amy. What is that? That's a false accusation. Amy couldn't go to university because the university she applied to was too challenging for her. And when she predictably didn't get in, she refused to attend a different university. I know she's at home without a job or not attending university, but she spends her days going out and having fun. It doesn't seem like she's depressed and withdrawn at all. What do you know about her? To someone like you, it might sound like a small thing. But because of you, her life has been completely ruined. Now, you should take responsibility. You are going to spend the rest of your life as our slave. Now move back to our house and remember the 3 rules of being our slave. No way, I won't do that. Now I understand your perspective. Our 10 years together was a lie. And, unfortunately, things turned out this way right after Dad's death. I'm not going back to the house ever again. Oh, really? Are you sure that's a good idea? What do you mean? There are a lot of things that belong to your father in this house. I'm going to burn them all.
What?
I don't know much, but he used to write academic papers, right? I overheard at the funeral that they were planning to compile and present those papers. I'm going to grab a lighter right now and head to his room. While I'm at it, I'll also destroy and throw away all the photos of him and his important stuff.
Stop. Fine. I understand. I'm moving back to the house.
Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Remember, coming back to our house doesn't make you my daughter. You will be a slave to me and Amy. Is that clear? Answer me.
I understand.
Swear to God and promise me, from now on, you will live as our slave.
I promise. I will live as your and Amy's slave while I'm at my parents' house.
Good. Well then, hurry up and move over here.
Susan, did you eat the cake I bought this morning by any chance? I put it in the fridge.
I ate it just now. Is there a problem?
I bought it because Amy asked me to. It's from a famous shop that sells out quickly. I lined up in front of the shop from 6 a.m. to get it.
So what? It's gone. So why don't you just buy another one?
Amy is going to eat it when she gets back home today. The store is already closed. Why did you eat it without asking? I put a note saying it was Amy's and don't eat it without permission.
Huh? I don't know about that note. It was in my fridge. What's wrong with me eating something that's in my fridge?
Amy will be angry.
At you, yes.
What?
Just tell her that you ate it.
Why do I have to do that much? I woke up early and bought a cake with my own money before work. You eat it without asking, and I should take the blame? It doesn't make sense.
The 3 rules of being our slave. Earn money for me and Amy. Do all the housework for us. Do not disobey our orders. Do you want me to burn your dad's belongings now?
Don't. Okay. I won't say anything about the cake anymore.
Good. Also, where is my money for this month?
What? Didn't I give you and Amy $500 each yesterday?
What? That's it?
Yes.
What do you mean? There's no way this is enough.
Even if you say so, it's impossible. I'm already paying for the food, utilities, and daily necessities for both of you. I barely break even when comparing my monthly expenses and salary. Also, you have Dad's money, so $500 should be enough, right?
Don't talk back to me, you slave. There's no way this little money will be enough. Give each of us an additional $1,000. Of course, not just this month, but every month.
What? You mean you want me to give each of you $1,500 every month? That's too much.
I could burn your dad's belongings at any time.
Even if you threaten me, I can't do it. Considering my income, I can't afford $3,000 just for allowance.
You graduated from a prestigious university, but you can't afford this kind of money? Are you working a low-income job?
It's not about the income. The issue is that the two of you have excessive food expenses. Besides, I have my own life, so I can't spend my entire salary on the two of you.
I don't care about your life. Just give me an extra $1,000 every month. You are our slave. Slaves are not human beings. Asking for a human-like life is a big mistake.
Fine. I'll add an extra $1,000. I'll transfer it to your account.
Also, I want you to mow the yard today. And clean out the storage room. Oh, also, I'm tired of the white plates we are using now, so get me a more colorful set of dishes.
Understood.
Hey, Allison. What on earth is going on?
What? I'm working right now. Can we talk later?
It's an emergency. I just got back from a tea party and our house was under demolition. Did you do this? I tried to get them to stop, but they kicked me out, telling me that outsiders are not allowed in here. This house is mine.
Huh? What are you misunderstanding? That house isn't yours.
What? Of course it's my house. My husband passed away and I inherited this house.
I inherited it. That's what it says in Dad's will.
What? Did he leave a will? I've never heard of such a thing.
I mentioned it at the funeral. It seems neither Susan nor Amy were listening to me properly. The two of you inherited only a small amount of Dad's savings. The house, stocks, and other assets were all given to me, his daughter. Therefore, the house is mine, and I have the right to demolish it.
What? Why did he give the property to me, his wife? Amy is his daughter too. We should have an equal share of the inheritance with you.
What? Didn't you say the same thing before? That the only real daughter is the daughter by blood? I guess Dad thought the same thing. What are you so angry about?
The inheritance issue is a separate matter, isn't it? Deciding about money with just a little emotion isn't okay. It involves family's life.
Family? The only real family Dad had was me.
I'm his wife.
So what? Perhaps Dad had a sense of it too, about the true nature of you and Amy. When he got cancer and realized his life was short, he wrote in his will to leave most of the inheritance to me, to ensure that I could escape from the evil mother and daughter and live on my own.
What did you say? Even though you're a slave, you dare talk to us like that?
I'm not a slave. Did you forget what I said before?
What?
I said I would live as a slave while I was at my parents' home. Now that house is gone, I'm not a slave anymore.
Oh, really? But what about his belongings? If you tear the house down, it will be torn apart along with the house.
As for Dad's belongings, I've already moved them to a safe place.
What? When? I'm the only one who had the key to his room.
Well, you just shoved it in the back of a chest randomly. Thanks to that, even when I took the key, you didn't notice.
That can't be true. I checked every day to make sure it wasn't gone.
Of course, I didn't just take the key. I replaced it with a dummy. It looks the same, but it won't open. So if you tried to enter the study, you'd have noticed. But it seems you had no interest in Dad's belongings. I'm glad you didn't try to get into the room.
What the hell? Stop the demolition now.
No way. While you and Amy were out, I secretly took Dad's belongings. It took me 4 months, but I finally managed to take out everything. Finally, I can say goodbye to this crappy life by demolishing the house. It's been a really long time. The days were like hell, but thinking of Dad helped me endure. Dad's research papers and belongings will be entrusted to someone who truly cherishes him. I don't want to have anything to do with trash like you ever again.
Trash? You think to talk to me like that?
Why don't you worry about yourselves? I'm not going to stop the demolition. I will sell the vacant lot. You guys won't have anywhere to live. You've been spending the savings you inherited from Dad like a fool. There's not much left now, right? Both of you are unemployed. Ever thought about how you're going to get by from now on?
You should give me the money. $1,500 each month to me and Amy. That was the deal.
That was the deal while I was living in that house. But now that house is gone. And I've moved elsewhere. The deal's off.
You've got to be kidding me. You're ugly. You're a slave.
Well, you are probably thrilled that I'm gone now. Your pretty daughter Amy should be able to get the recognition she deserves now, right? If you're right, Amy will marry a wealthy man and have a luxurious life. Why don't you ask her to support you this time? Well then, goodbye.
Wait a minute. Wait, Allison.
With the family home being torn down and using up all the Dad's inheritance, Susan and Amy had to live in a cheap, shabby motel. Due to the lack of money, both of them reluctantly decided to work. Susan, who had been a housewife for many years, and Amy, a high school graduate who had never worked in her life, could only manage low-paying part-time jobs. Even just living a normal life was a struggle. But the two, unable to shake off their past wasteful spending and luxury habits, in no time at all, they fell into a hell of debt. I entrusted the paper my dad left me to a professor at his university and asked him to present it. It brings me great joy that there are people who cherish my dad's achievements above all else.